Well, I suppose I first got involved because of kids, because everything changes once you have kids.
30 years ago, Rob and Kathy Klugman were new to Denver. They were starting a family, and neighbors told them about the JCC and their early childhood education program.
My first memory was when our daughter became ready for ECE. You had to figure out where she'd go, and we chose the JCC, not really because of the Jewish aspects, but because it just had an absolutely sterling reputation as a very good preschool, and I think we figured the Jewish part wouldn't hurt.
There were swim classes, Shabbat sings, and among Kathy's favorite memories were the preschool holiday celebrations.
Pharaoh, Pharaoh, whoa, baby, let my people go. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the children's plays.
You know, from sitting in a dark Schwader theater about to see a preschool play one day and having the announcement come over the intercom that there'd be a slight delay because Terry Klugman had just lost his first tooth. And I, sitting there thinking, oh, that's my little boy. But it's a memory I'll always have.
And that was just the beginning of their journey into the Jewish community.
You know, the two of them are both so committed to making their community better in any way they can. I can't tell you how many luncheons I've been to where Kathy's organized the communications, or she's helped do the membership, or sign people up, or make sure that the speaker is the right person. She's a whirling dervish. She multitasks as well as anybody I know.
Kathy always felt very strongly about the J, and of course she got involved with the preschool, and then it was sort of a natural progression for her to be on the board.
But with Rob Jewish and Kathy not.
Really?
She's not?
Getting on board was easier said than done.
The bylaws said that you had to be Jewish. Now they say you need to be involved in the Jewish community and identify with the Jewish community. Back then you had to be Jewish. So that was a bit of a shock to people. Most people thought I was Jewish, and Rabbi Goldberger gave me an exemption. He said it was okay and my mother-in-law wrote a very wonderful letter of reference for me. She was a little partial, but
she has a Jewish soul. She has such a big heart, and I think that's one reason why Rob and Kathy work, is that they have great respect for each other's backgrounds. They really appreciate the other one. When you get Rob Klugman singing Irish drinking songs, it's amazing that you can't believe he's a Jewish kid from Philadelphia.
And I do a mean Devar Torah, and I say that in the nicest possible way.
Since being on the board, Kathy has been active in bringing renowned speakers to Denver for the JCC, also chairing 2 senior fundraisers, and spending many a day
salad dressing and duck sauces on the tables,
serving lunches to our senior community.
Getting to know the senior department was just a real eye-opener and a real kick to me. The stories, the sense of humor, sometimes the grumbling, it just all adds up to its own little microcosm of the world. They still treat me like a young person, and at 60, that's really nice. So it's very flattering. And she did an after-school program in this classroom, and he'd come and read to the kids.
For the Klugmans, much has changed, but so much remains the same. They just look a little different.
That is the smallest toilet I ever saw. The generations changed, the faces changed, but I still get the same memories flooding back every time I pull in the parking lot or walk past the campers in the summertime all over the place, or walk past the preschool or see the kids going up for their swimming lessons. It's the same wonderful pattern and ritual that my kids went through, that I went through, and it takes me right back to those years.
The importance of the JCC was never more evident than when Rob and Kathy's son Terry became ill.
There was a time when he was ill and got disoriented and called me once and he said he was lost. And I was trying to figure out with him on the phone where he might be in Denver. And then he said, oh, wait a minute, I know exactly where I am. There's the JCC. And he pulled right into the parking lot. And I just thought, golly, isn't that kind of amazing that it was there for him, and that he recognized it and it felt like home and a safe place to pull in.
After Terry's death, Rob and Kathy established a senior lounge and a bench in his memory.
Yeah, no, it's terrific. It's a nice bench, and it overlooks the playground, which would be every kid's favorite part of ECE, I would think, and it's just a lovely location. It's perfect.
But really, this is where I like to sit and think about Tara, and it's all good memories when I do that. So it's just really meaningful to us that this choice location overlooking the playground is just where he'd want me to be.
It's a testimony to a couple as how they do when things are sad and when things are bad. And it was a lot of work, but they've really done a wonderful job, and they have kept Tara's memory alive in a very positive way, positive for all of us.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people, I think, going through something like that would withdraw. They also made a real point of being even more engaged here at the J and in other things in the community as part of their family, and taking it to be a good, good memories, and to take that out there.
Kathy says the JCC for her has been so many things. A haven, always a community, a place for fun, learning, and frequently a lifeline. Both she and Rob are humbled to receive this much-deserved honor.
Well, I strongly believe that Kathy very much deserves this honor, and it's nice to be along for the ride.
Oh, stop. Well, I also just would want to say thanks and how grateful we are to be honored. It's a little awkward to be singled out. On the other hand, as you can tell, I love talking about the JCC, and I'm enthusiastic about it, and I love it.
I don't think I've ever seen a couple who has so many dear friends from so many different parts of their lives, and they all find Rob and Kathy. They all circle back to them, and that's a pretty wonderful gift.
A well-deserved honor, but more than well-deserved, I think it's great when the community recognizes two very special people for all they do, not just for one thing, but every day, and for so many years.
I mean, Rob and Kathy have been such great friends, and they have, they're just remarkable people. So I guess what I want to say to them is, congratulations, but don't stop now.